That's really Welcome everyone, Andy here, welcome to my channel and to today's video, which is to do with the drone, especially the new laws that have come into play in the UK, and all the kind of specs and whatnot that go with that. But before I do go through all the details about this, really appreciate your support by, if you're new to my channel, to hit that subscribe button and to make sure to hit the little bell icon to keep up to date with future videos. Really appreciate that if you do. Thank you a lot. Okay, so today we got a announcement about the new registering to the CAA for drone users in the UK. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to read out the article that I've seen this on, and it goes through all the details. I've heard that some people have said after I've shown this to them that they're like, oh, you don't need to do that, just keep doing what you're doing and be safe, etc. But I don't really get that. Surely, if this is a new UK law, we have to do that. So I don't know why people are saying that, but comment below if you know why. Okay, so it says a string of measures already including in the existing drone code they've done, have been written into law, and drones weighing more than 250 grams will now have to be registered with the Civil Aviation Authority, the CAA. Now the thing is, this drone, for example, and all other sort of drones like it, will be over that weight. To give you an example, the DJI Spark, the little baby one, that weighs 300 grams thereabouts, so anything over 250 grams, yeah, we're going to need to do it. It then goes on and says, a new drone safety awareness tests means owners will have to prove that they understand the UK safety, security and privacy regulations. Owners of drones over 250 grams, like this, who do not register with the CAA or complete the safety test could be fined up to £1,000. However, drone operators have until the November 30th, 2019 to sign up to the CAA. That's a long time, that's nearly 1.5 years to sign up, which seems a bit mad. So I don't know how that's going to be kind of enforced in the way that in 6 months' time, if some policeman comes up to you and says, oh, have you got that registered? Does that mean you could go, well, I don't need to do it until November 30th, 2019? Seems a bit daft, that to me. So these are the drone rules which are now part of the law. A lot of you who are drone flyers are experienced and already abide by these rules. You will already know these, but I'm going to go through them because they specify exactly what they are. So drones must fly below an altitude of 400 feet. Myself, I have mine set that it stops when it gets to 400 feet. Drones must not fly within 1 kilometre of an airport's boundaries. Drones weighing over 250 grams will need to be formally registered with the CAA. Drone pilots must be able to present their registration documents if requested to do so by the police. Drone pilots will be required to take a drone safety test before they are allowed to fly. Don't know how and when and where that's going to be. That'd be interesting to see how they're going to contact me and all you other drone flyers. I don't know how it's going to work. Again, comment below if you know how that's going to happen. Drone users will be told to use apps to plan their flights to make sure that they are not entering unsafe or no-fly zones. Now, this is one of the ones I have a bit of a question about. Again, please comment below if you understand that one. So I'm just going to say again, drone users will be told to use apps to plan their flights to make sure they are not entering unsafe or no-fly zones. Now, I use the DJI Go app, which I'm sure many of you will use if you have a DJI product. Now, on there, I've never planned my route. I'm not even sure if you can do that with the, this is the Phantom 3 standard. So that's the wording I don't get. Use them to plan their flights. So does that mean we're not allowed to manually fly our drones anymore? We have to plan in a route and let it just do it? You can't manually adapt to how things are moving around you? I don't really get that one, because if that means you can't fly it just yourself manually, that's really Drone pilots will be required to take a drone safety test before they are allowed to fly. Don't know how and when and where that's going to be. That'd be interesting to see how they're going to contact me and all you other drone flyers. I don't know how it's going to work. Again, comment below if you know how that's going to happen. Drone users will be told to use apps to plan their flights to make sure that they are not entering unsafe or no-fly zones. Now, this is one of the ones I have a bit of a question about. Again, please comment below if you understand that one. So I'm just going to say again, drone users will be told to use apps to plan their flights to make sure they are not entering unsafe or no-fly zones. Now, I use the DJI Go app, which I'm sure many of you will use if you have a DJI product. Now, on there, I've never planned my route. I'm not even sure if you can do that with the, this is the Phantom 3 Standard. So that's the wording I don't get. Use them to plan their flights. So does that mean we're not allowed to manually fly our drones anymore? We have to plan in a route and let it just do it? You can't manually adapt to how things are moving around you? I don't really get that one, because if that means you can't fly it just yourself manually, that's really I don't think that's going to be the case. I kind of think that's just bad wording, and it basically means you need to use an app so that you can see the height, you know, the altitude, the distance, etc. I think that's what it's talking about, but please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, because I'm not too sure about that. Okay, so then it says recreational drone users must always keep the drone within sight. Do you know what? With something like the Standard, I'm pretty safe because I can pretty much see it even at, it only gets to about 1,000 feet in distance. And at that point, I can still just about see it anyway, but generally I don't go that far. Keep 500 feet away from crowds and or built up areas if your drone is equipped with a camera. Stay 150 feet away from people and buildings if your drone is equipped with a camera. You'll see that actually in a video that I'm going to be uploading shortly after this, because it was at a beach and I made sure I did not go below 150 feet. So again, I pretty much know my stuff with these things anyway and abide by these rules, so this is nothing really new to me. Avoid flying over 150 feet near to open areas with more than 1,000 people present. I'm not sure how you're going to count that. Adhere to local council rules about drone flights in the area. So yeah, there we go. So there are all the points. So then the article goes on to say, the new laws are an update to the Air Navigation Order 2016, but more sweeping set of rules is tipped to be revealed from the draft Droners Bill later this year. I'm not sure what that is, I've never heard of that. The bill is also expected to allow police more power to intervene if they think a drone is being flown dangerously or inappropriately. This is likely to include powers to grounds and confiscate the aircraft plus any of the memory cards that are evidence. Any breaching these restrictions will face penalties of up to £2,500. Now, when I first read this at the top, I'll reiterate it. It says owners of drones over 250 grams who do not register are fined £1,000, up to £1,000 I'll mention, whereas this one says any breaches of this is up to £2,500. So, a bit conflicting. Again, maybe I've read that wrong. Let me know if I have interpreted that wrong, but I thought it was 1,000 and then it's saying the penalties are 2,500. And could also be charged with recklessness or negligence, acting in a manner likely to endanger an aircraft or any person in an aircraft, which has a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison. So, there we go, everyone. That is everything that was in the article. If you didn't know any of this, I think it's good to maybe re-watch this and make a note of all those points. Now myself, I actually have printed, I'll just show you actually, something that I have printed in my drone bag to keep an eye for sort of future reference is a kind of tick list in a way. I have this, which is the drone code. You can find this online. Basically, if you probably just look it up, you're going to be able to find it. It's a PDF that you can just print and download. And it just basically goes over the basics of pretty much what is in the article. So again, it's not really anything new. I think they're just making sure that it is all down on paper. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to end the video there. I think it's appropriate for me to end it by saying fly safe, but always enjoy the drone. As long as you stick by the rules, I really don't see why there should be any issues. You know, don't be daft and go and fly right over people's houses, or, you know, over a crowded area. You know, do as it says, keep to the certain heights, and as long as you're sticking by those rules, then no one can stop you doing what you're doing, and you know, enjoy. I'm still going to enjoy the drone. It's not really put me off at all, because at first I did think maybe there's going to be that many restrictions that it's just going to be impossible to fly the drone. But to me, it looks exactly the same as what I've already known. So again, thanks everyone for watching. If you are new to my channel, then please hit that subscribe button in support, and make sure to hit the little bell icon to keep up to date with future videos. Thanks, bye.